Hi guys, so welcome back to the new video. Today I decided to rank all of the songs that charted at number one on the Billboard Hot 100 in the year 2020. And boy, I mean, there were 22 songs in total that hit the top of the charts this year, which is really crazy because I don't remember that there was ever more than 20 or like anything near 20 in the past like couple of years at least. This is a lot of songs, and I'm really excited because I like to see a lot of songs peaking at number one. So I'll do it in chronological order, and the categories that I picked were legendary, obviously for a song that I believe will really stay a big hit for a long time, and then banger, which is something that I really like to play a lot. Replay worthy, it's like a song that was cool for the moment, and then a song that I would rather skip, and then the last category is just a song that I never want to hear again. So so yeah, let's start. First song that hit number one this year, or rather last year, but then charted also at number one this year was "Circles" by Post Malone. And honestly, the song is really, really great. I think I'm gonna put it a banger because it's really amazing song, and I really listen to it a lot. But I don't think I would put it in legendary column. Next up is "The Box." Honestly, I don't care for this song at all. It's just whatever. I think I listened to it only a couple of times. I really don't. I don't know. I don't like it that much. Blinding Lights, obviously, wow. I mean, this is a legendary song. There's no other category for it. It's really the song of 2020, in my opinion. I mean, if you look back, it only charted at number one for like 4 weeks, I think. But it really, it's an amazing song. I mean, it brought back the 80s vibes, and it's like a new sound that is really starting to be popular right now, which is that like synth and 80s vibe. But it's so modern at the same time, and I really liked it. I listen to it a lot even now after like a year since it's been released, and I'm really glad that it went number one. Obviously, The Weeknd was snubbed at the Grammys because this was the song of the year, and he should have won the Grammy for the record of the year. No doubts. I mean, it's an amazing song, probably one of his best songs ever. Tuesday Slide. I mean, Drake has many, many better songs. And I think this was just a lazy project. Yeah, if you compare it to 2018 when he was releasing all of the singles off of Scorpion, those were all really good songs. This one was whatever. Um, okay, no comment on this one. Say So. Wow. I mean, honestly, I kind of struggle whether I should put it in legendary column or banger. I think let's put in banger, I guess. But honestly, this song was amazing. And I was actually kind of late to jump on this train because the song was blowing up at the time, and I listened to it a couple of times. I remember this was in the really when the lockdown was happening and stuff, and I don't know, I liked the song, but I wasn't crazy about it. I was just listening to it from time to time a little bit, but I don't know, it wasn't really a big deal for me at the time. But then later, I guess because it's a summer song, and then during the lockdown, I wasn't feeling those vibes. But then during the summer, I really, really fell in love with the song, and I would have like phases when I would really listen to it for a long time, and then like I guess I would just like forget about it for a little bit, but then come back to it. So that's why I think it really deserves to be in this category because it's a really, really good song. I was really glad that Doja and Nicki Minaj, obviously her first number one, so that was really nice. But I really started to appreciate the song later on, and it's definitely a song that we will be listening to in the years to come. I think it's going to be one of those songs that really stay. Um, okay, Stuck with You. I think it was a good moment for the song when it was released. Obviously, because we were just starting to figure out the new lifestyle with the pandemic and stuff. So obviously the song is and the video also was very relevant to that moment in time, but it doesn't really have a staying power. I mean, honestly, yeah, I would put it in replay worthy because the song was fine, and I liked it for a couple of weeks I was listening to it, but then I would never really go back to listen to it again. It had a good production, it was cute song, but nothing crazy. And honestly, you would expect more from a collaboration between two legendary singers like Ariana Grande and Justin Bieber. You know, it should be, if it weren't for the right moment and the song being relevant to the pandemic, it would kind of be underwhelming otherwise. I think because if you know, had we anticipated that collaboration in another moment, it should have been something, you know, better, I guess. But it's still, it's a fine song. It's good, but it's just like nothing special. Okay, Savage was okay, I guess, but I don't know. I don't want to put it in either or skip it, but to be honest, I really didn't listen to it that much. I think it's a great song, and I love Megan. Obviously, Beyonce is a legend, so nothing to say about that. But maybe this song is just not for me. And this, by the way, this is all my opinion. I mean, I'm not saying that this should be universal opinion, or I'm not like trying to drag any artist or any song. But honestly, this is just my opinion. And based on the amount of times I would listen to these songs, I honestly, yeah, I have to put it in the I'd rather skip it category, but otherwise I can appreciate why so many people like this song. That's what I'm trying to say. Rain on Me, honestly, I loved this song, and yeah, I would put it in banger. Honestly, it could even be in legendary category, but just like let's leave it in banger because on if it's not really at that level, like Blinding Lights, for example, but when it came out, I had very high expectations because I love Gaga and I love Ariana as well. And knowing they were going to collaborate, I was really hoping that it would be something at the level of Telephone, for example, when Gaga and Beyonce, two biggest legends, were collaborating. So I had very high expectations also of the video and stuff, and they did not let me down. I mean, the song is amazing. The video was great, especially that it was shot in, you know, in the moment when it was difficult to produce music videos, I bet. So I love this song. I love listening to it even now. I've listened to it so much when it came out, and yeah, it's one of the best songs from that album for sure, from Chromatica. Yeah, it was amazing. Rockstar, I really like this. Honestly, yeah, I would put it in banger category because um, when I first heard it, I was like, okay, it's nice. I would listen to it a little bit and then probably move on. But it did make me come back and listen to it even all throughout the summer because it's a really good song. Yeah, it's catchy. I liked it a lot. Honestly, Nicki Minaj, you can do better than this. So, yeah. By the way, no comment on when I put something in the EU category. It's like I heard a song once, I hated it, and I would never listen to it again. So yeah. Cardigan, wow, yeah, this is a great song. Honestly, it's a great song. Um, it was also, yeah, it was a good choice for the lead single for sure, off of Folklore, and the video was a masterpiece, honestly, a masterpiece, especially if you think about the time that it was shot, you know, during the lockdowns and stuff. It must have been more difficult to produce all of those things, as I said earlier. But I really liked the song. I really liked the video. The surprise rollout of the album was also, you know, something different from Taylor for sure, because she's known to have like very um, thought through rollouts for all of her albums and like maximizing the success through promotion and stuff. But this was the exact opposite. So obviously something very, very different and something we're not used to from Taylor. But and who would have thought that she was gonna do it again a few months later? I mean, crazy. It's something only Taylor can really pull off successfully. But yeah, Cardigan was great, and it's one of the songs from Folklore that I listen to the most, even now. It really deserved to be the lead single. So yeah. Watermelon Sugar. Honestly, I loved this song. I remember that I was playing it on repeat back in 2000. I mean, last year, but it was like fall of last year, I think it was when the album came out. And yeah, I love this song. I was listening to it a lot. Then obviously, it took a long time for the song to be released as a single, and then obviously to, you know, it was a slow burning hit. And then once it's you know, out of the blue, it peaked at number one. I was very happy for it, but it was almost a year after I already went through the cycle of like loving the song and stuff. But what was interesting is that it made me rediscover the song and also the album. So then I went back and I listened to the whole album again, and uh, yeah, then I was just like listening to the whole album, like Golden and um, all of those other songs that are amazing. So yeah, definitely. I'm so glad also that Harry finally got his number one because, oof, yeah, I guess it's a banger. I have to put it here. Yeah, I'm so glad that he got his number one because this song is amazing and deserves to be number one. But I also think that so many of his other songs off of Fine Line deserved also to chart in the top five at least. So I think Watermelon Sugar, the success of Watermelon Sugar really drew attention to the album that it deserves. So yeah, it was great. Okay, wow. So I think yeah, replay worthy. I wouldn't put it in banger category just because it's a bit too much, I think. It's a bit too vulgar. I mean, I get it, but I think it's a gimmick, and once you can do it once, but like it's already been done. And I don't know, from Cardi and Megan collaborating, you would expect maybe. I mean, I don't know what to say. Yeah, I think guess it's fine. For me, I guess it's just yeah, I listened to it. It was good. The video is, great and stuff. It's well produced. But maybe I was expecting something different yeah, but it was still good. Dynamite was a full banger. I loved it from the first listen. Um, it was very, very smart of them to craft such a catchy song, all in English, and it was the one thing that they needed to really break through in the Western market. Yeah, I mean, now everybody knows who BTS is. Everybody heard the song. It was really one of the songs of the summer, if not the song of the summer 2020. I mean, All Day was released kind of late, I think, in the summer. But yeah, anyways, it was amazing. I loved it, and I was really looking forward to, the follow-up. What are they going to do next? Because now they're kind of broke out of that K-pop mold, I think. Because even though I really love K-pop, but I feel like they're the first artist or like first act from Korea to become truly mainstream all over the world. So it's going to be interesting to see like what's the next step for them, I mean, I know that they released an album after that, but let's talk about that a bit later because I didn't really like that. So yeah, franchise was whatever. Honestly, whatever. I don't even know if I've ever heard the song all the way through because I've listened to it once, hated it, and deleted it, and that's it. It's just a lazy thing. I don't even know how this thing peaked at number one or whatever. Savage Love. Yeah, Savage Love was. Yeah. I mean, I know a lot of people say it's annoying, but I loved it. Yeah, I really love this song. It's catchy. It's a cool summer bop. I mean, whether or not it deserved to go number one, I don't know. Obviously, it peaked because of BDS remix, but I still listened to the song before it peaked a lot, and yeah, I loved it. I mean, it's not that much different from so many summer number ones that we've had the previous years, So yeah, I liked it. I don't know. I don't think it's annoying at all. I liked it. It was really nice. Yeah, Mood was amazing. Mood is a banger. Honestly, it's a banger. I was so glad when it went number one. And honestly, it really proved with its staying power because I think it went number one in four separate runs or something, which is yeah, which is rare. And I don't know, the total amount of weeks that it was number one is still impressive, with so many um, singles being released and like debuting at number one and then not being so stable, or even the charts, they're weak now and they're really unstable with so many songs going up and down. And Mood really is an exception to that because it's a great song. But I feel like it's a summer song. To me, when I listen to it, it kind of gives me that summer vibe. So I feel like maybe it was released a bit too late in the year. It could have been even more successful during the summer, perhaps. But yeah, maybe that's just me. Positions. Okay, Positions is replay worthy. It's a great song. Don't get me wrong. I like listening to it. I thought that it was great. I especially loved the intro into the song, like the instrumental part. But I feel like this being Ariana, obviously, she kind of set a very high standard with her two last albums, especially the two lead singles. So No Tears Left to Cry and Thank You Next. I mean, they were both amazing, and the videos were amazing for both of those. So when she kind of dropped the big news that she was going to release a album by the end of October, I feel like she announced it only a week or two before it dropped the album, and then obviously I think the song was released only 1 week earlier. So it was a big surprise. Nobody expected it to be released that soon, especially given her two previous albums being so, both of them were recent. I mean, honestly. So, and nobody expected this. I think, but people had very, very, very high expectations, and I did too. So I'm not going to say that she disappointed, but honestly, the song is good. It's just. It's not really giving me lead single vibes from Ariana, because all of her lead singles were usually really, really, you just hear it and you're like, wow, okay, this is a hit. This is going to be number one. This is going to be, a song that will, mark a few months, But I don't know. Positions was like a bit forgettable. Although now I see that it's still very successful in the charts. It's been top five for a while, maybe since it's been released. So that's really good. But um, yeah, even the video was a bit redundant because it reminded me of No Tears Left to Cry and Thank You Next Video. It's like, I don't know. Maybe I expected more, but but it's still a good song. I still listen to it a lot. So yeah. And then Life Goes On. Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. So after Dynamite, I was expecting something maybe not similar to Dynamite, but I was expecting that their next single would be as catchy or as successful and stuff. Obviously, I mean, it went number one, so Life Goes On was still successful, but I feel like it went number one off of the success of Dynamite, if you know what I mean. Like, obviously, they have so many fans, and BTS Army, they were buying the single, that's why it went number one. But I don't think it was probably one of the weakest number ones of the year, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, that's just my opinion, but I didn't like this song, so I'd rather skip it. I'm not gonna say EO because I can still appreciate there was some artistic value to the song, or I mean, it's not a bad song. It's just like it's nothing special, and it did not deserve to be number one, in my opinion. But it was still better than the Scots and Franchise and Trolls, because those were just like not not my style at all. I did not like those at all. Obviously, the legend. It was just a matter of time when All I Wait for Christmas Is You to come back to number one. And honestly, let's see. I kind of think that it's going to be number one every December forever, because it's hard to see that. I mean, unless there's like a major release like Adele or something next December. But normally, I expect this song to come back and peak at number one forever until Billboard changes the rules or something, because this song um, is just legendary. So yeah, I mean, honestly, there's nothing else to say. I like the song of it. Yeah, I love the song, but um, it's just going to be number one no matter what. So we've heard it so many times for 20 years. And then Willow, I loved Willow. Yeah, I'm definitely going to put it in banger. I actually loved Willow more than I loved Cardigan, and it was definitely another smart and correct choice for the lead single. Um, and after the whole rollout of Folklore, I was really expecting a lot when I heard like 6 hours um, before Evermore was released. I was like, wow, is it possible that she's going to do it again? Like a full album again after like 4 or 5 months? She's going to drop another surprise album. And then I knew that it was going to be something similar because she said that it was going to be like a sister album to Folklore. So I was expecting the same vibes. Obviously, we got the similar vibes, and I really like it. I think that this was the right time for this type of album, because back in the summer when she released Folklore, I mean, it was the summer, and that type of music really, I mean, I loved it. I listened to it a lot, but I just remember that it was kind of out of place, because when I'm listening to Folklore, I would be transformed into like a cozy cottage and listen, drinking tea, and like it's giving me those types of like winter vibes or like fall vibes. But But then Evermore was released in the perfect time, and Willow was amazing. I loved this song. I'm still listening to it. I mean, it's still really fresh. So yeah. Anyways, enough with the rambling. These are my categorizations of the 22. Was it 20? Yeah, 22 songs that peaked at number one, or that were number one in the calendar year of 2020. I hope you guys liked the video. Leave your opinions in the comments. Feel free to tell me what you think, if you agree or disagree, and let's interact. So, yeah, thank you so much, and see you in the next video. Bye, guys.